No, I'm saying the riposte are very intuitive so far. Oh, I'm glad. Actually, a thing with parry riposte is you want to start by drilling the intuitive ripostes so that you can throw a very quick riposte, and then the next stage is to then start trying out the other cuts, so you can then start sort of chaining and like playing, the sort of physical chess thing with parry riposte. All right, so next thing we're going to look at is what's called the head guard or St George. Uh, in French sabre parry, fifth parry, which it took me ages because I was trying to remember the numbering for Huns parries. I'm like, okay, well, I know roughly what the French words for those numbers are. So I can kind of just work it out from there. And then I got to five. I'm like, what is five? But it's because Hutton refers to it as the head guard, or alternatively St. George. Traditionally in British fencing or English language fencing, this guard is referred to as St. George, sort of overhead. No one really knows why it's the guard or the parry of St. George. The theory is because when your opponent's sword hits, it creates a cross above you, but it's just one of those things where we don't really know for sure. So to do this parry, all you do is roll your hand over so that your palm's facing forward, bring your hand up. You want your elbow bent at a bit more than 90 degrees, or about 90 degrees. Your sword is basically horizontal in front of you, held about forehead height. Maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. If you're taller than your opponent, you can have quite a low one. If you're shorter than your opponent, you might want to be a little higher. But yeah, about forehead height is pretty much always a winner. Back to go. So again, just palm facing forward, sword basically horizontal, elbow bent at 90 degrees, and bladed about forehead height. You want your hand to be probably a little bit, not quite in line with your shoulder. I find if you don't want to bring your elbow in because that can collapse you here by weakening. If your elbow comes in towards your body, that tends to come back, which weakens the structure. But you don't want it too far out because you don't want your stick or your sword starting all the way out here, because then your opponent will hit quite high on your blade and have leverage to blast through. You want them to strike. Basically, you want to strike down here near the shell. Some more sort of terminology, incidentally. The bottom half of the blade is the forte, and the top half is the foible. Forte, when people say that's not my forte, what they mean is that's not my strengths, because this is stronger. This is a very strong hard blade leverage-wise. And foible, people talk about their foibles or my foibles, which is a very, very long list. I just means weaknesses or weakness. And that's because up here, if your opponent can strike you up here, on the top of your blade, they have a lot more leverage on you. So when you parry, you want to parry with the forte. And that's why you want to have the forte basically above your head. All right. So from here, let's just practice that a few times. So I'm just going to call out parry, and I want you to just raise your sword up to the parry position as quick as you can. So parry, guard, parry, back to 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 guard. This is a really, really good oh shit parry. Also, so if I'm here, in cut and something comes around my tip, I can flick up to St. George really quickly. Same way as if I'm here in TS, up to St. George really quickly. It's a good kind of all shoot parry. Like even from a full extension, if I'm throwing cut number one, I can whip back to St. George really, really quick. And I'm employing all the muscles in my back and also the contraction of my elbow to get back to a position really quickly. The other thing that's really cool about it is if you're shorter than your opponent or you're happy to get low, I do drop to my knees in sword fights all the time. And you've got a shell, you can just cover every high line, so you can show people all of that. And your opponent has to swing down at you and down is covered. And from there, you've got very quick ripostes, which, speaking of which, there are two ripostes from this. They're both quite intuitive. You can try cut one, or alternatively cut five if you you're worried about hitting your ceiling, throw a horizontal cut 5. If you're not, like in high ceiling, throw cut 1. Alternatively, you can throw cut 2 very quickly, or just a punch out, although that can also be a cut 6 if you don't want to hit your ceiling. So I'm going to be doing them horizontally because my ceiling has taken enough abuse as is. So what we're going to do is we're going to parry, and I'm going to call either 1 or 2. And off the parry, and then from the parry, if I call 1, I want you to cut number 1 and come back to guard. If I call cut 2, I want you to throw a cut number 2 and come back to guard. And I'm going to pause a bit so you can think about the motion, but I want to try and get you guys intuiting different motions from knowing where you're meant to start and end and kind of work out your way there. Because I find that's a really, really good exercise in developing variable fences rather than me spoon feeding you every step of the motion. I want you to kind of work out just little bits by yourself because that's going to help, that's going to mean that you can intuit bigger and bigger movements as you go. So, parry, 1. Back to guard. Parry, 2. And back to guard. And when I'm doing this, look at where my hand's going. So when I go parry, 1, bring my hand up and punching forward. My hand is at this angle. When I go parry, 2, do exactly the same thing, except my hand is at this angle. Don't fall into the trap of looking at what my sword is doing, look at what my hand is doing to get my sword there. So, parry, 2, parry, 1, parry, 2, parry, 2, parry, 1, parry, 1, parry, 1, parry, 2, parry, 2, parry, 1, parry, 2, sorry, parry, 2, parry, 1, parry, 1, parry, 2, parry, 2, parry, 2, parry, 1, parry, 1, parry, 2, parry, 1, and parry, 1. Yeah, that's the St. George guard, and then parry, and then throwing cuts on too. And you'll find that they're both really fast ripostes, which is the other advantage of the St. George guard, is you've just got these really quick, brutal ripostes that can come from either cut 1 or cut 2. Whereas most parry riposte combos, there's like one riposte from the parry that's really quick, and the rest are all degrees of slow and more predictable. So we've got a question from Jacob already, I think. And Jacob said, so not when you block your opponent's sword with your head. That one must come from the other manual. Other, so not all caps. Yes, no. This is definitely from manuals where you parry the opponent's sword with your sword. Waite's actually quite fond of this parry, weirdly enough, because he's done primarily in this guard, and from like the guard ice command, whipping back to St. George is really, really quick. And so anything that's coming through is coming in an open line. Whip back, you let your tip drag until the last minute. So, I don't actually start bringing my tip up until I've almost got my arm almost to finished position. And it's this really quick parry that will scoop anything up. Problem is it's quite vulnerable, and this is something Wayne's very aware of, to being riposted the arm, and like he's got a lot of combinations. Throw a cut to invoke a St. George guard, and then redirect into their sword arm, or redirect all their armpit and stuff like that. Which is kind of cool. All right. So Jacob has a real question. I find myself naturally squaring my body off and sinking a little lower doing this. Is this an issue? Should I try to avoid it? Also, this one feels like I'd almost be stronger with a curved sword, as it would more effectively
slide their sword towards your sword hilt. There's less of a chance of parrying with the guard. Yep. So short answer is yes, this guard is a lot more effective with a big curvy sword. And when you see this in curved sword systems, they don't see it as they actually use it the same way they use prime. Like as far as they're concerned, St. George and prime are basically the same parry if they're, when you've got like a big curvy sword. So yeah, it's a lot more effective, and the curvature you can slide either way depending on how you're angling the blade. But yeah, it gives you a lot more coverage with a curvy sword, and also the opponent's sword is much more likely to slip off, giving you a bigger opening to hit them. So you do tend to square up a bit. I find, particularly when you're doing it quick, it's very natural to pull your shoulder and hit back a little to get that really quick whip. It's honestly not a problem. If anything, it probably makes the technique better. I mean, if you're not doing it, it's not a huge issue, but naturally it does improve things. So either way is good. In terms of sinking lower, yeah, that's not part of the technique, but it's something that when I do this parry, as my initial parry, rather than as just like a quick oh shit reaction because it's the only parry that will get there in time. I do also drop. I do it because I'm tall, and this parry is not a good parry for tall people. But it's a great parry for tall people who can drop to the ground really quickly and then basically crab walk at their opponent. But yeah, like bleeding off a little height does make this parry more effective. So it's not an orthodox, it is the most intuitive body movement parry pairing. So if you're naturally doing that, it's probably not worth trying to train yourself out of it to then train yourself back into it down the track when you're wanting to vary things. You're better off just learning to do the parry coupled with intuitive body movement, and then start changing how you move your body once you're more sophisticated fencer, if that makes sense. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna pause recording, so there's no questions.